What's up, guys? Time to show off a new build going out to Kurt. This is one of my Kraken 2.1s, but a lot of new cool stuff on this one. We have got, this is more of a like matte white sterile dial. It does kind of have that silver look to it, but it is more of a white base. Obviously silver accents. You wanted to do this one in the bead blast style as well. So did a bead blast case, bead blast shark tooth, bead blast crown, Kraken engraved, and bead blasted and Kraken engraved solid caseback, plus the caseback ring. Clasp on it, also bead blasted engraved. And then a couple cool things on this one. We've got a resin-filled orange minute marker for the insert. So you can kind of see from the edge it's raised just a little bit. It has, this is resin-filled, so kind of has a cool look. So depending on what direction you're looking at, you're getting different oranges coming through. Did a set of Ploprof-esque style hands, going back and forth from orange and white. So we have orange paddle, white paddle, and then an orange lollipop seconds hand. And then this is on a super soft, comfy, distressed silver wristbound strap with white stitching. And that is the build. It came together pretty awesome. Bezel will go left, it'll go right. It is just a tension ring bezel. It is a little bit tighter. You've got your bead blasting in there, so you've got a little bit of that grind feel there. So shouldn't move unless you want it to. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back, just like every watch that I do. Have I done one? I guess I used to do some wind watches. So every watch that I do, except for 4 of them, or 6, or however many we did when we did some ST. What, 4400s? What were those? 4600s? I can't even remember what they were. Anyway, rotor in the back. So as you're moving, it is moving, and keep winding. But if you're at a desk or you're not going to be very active, you're going to want to wind it just a little bit before you put it on. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. You also notice you get a little bit of play there, so you know that you're off the crown tube there. And then you wind. And a wind is a turn clockwise as you're looking at it. But winding it back towards you doesn't hurt it. So I often just go back and forth. Because if I start to thread it on, I can back it right back off, put a little tension on it, pulling it out, and continue to wind. So if you do that for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with the rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. But if you know you're going to be at a desk all day or you know, long trip driving, go ahead and do it for a little while longer. Max out your 31-hour plus power reserve. It's normally about 35 to 36 when I wind these up and set them down. I'll have to do pictures later. You cannot overwind it. It's got a slipping mainspring. So once it is fully wound, it does not put any more pressure on there. And that's that. When you're good with your winding, you're going to pull to the 1 and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You see your little Kraken down there at 7, 8 o'clock. And notice you get a little bit of play right here in your wobble crown. That deflects lateral pressure from going into the movement. And also the keyless works as a design feature. Okay, Google, what time is it?
10:41 a.m.
10:41 a.m. When you're good, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is your build, good sir. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. It's just going to come in a Kraken slider box, as well as one of my new watch pillows in here. So that just slides on that way. It's going to come with watch cleaner, which is good on all glass and metal parts. So everything here in the center. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. So come also with leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. You'll probably never use it, but just in case, you probably never need to use it, but just in case you have conditioner here, use a rag or something. Don't use one of your microfibers. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like a Polywatch. It's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included and color matching microfiber. If it scratches up and down, just go left and right, fill in that scratch, haze it, buff it out, and it should be completely gone. And on your bead blasting, if you scratch it, it actually just kind of shines it. So it's just going to now go with your background accent. So if you put a scratch in it, just put some more in it. Like literally taking some sandpaper along these edges will make them shiny. So even if you scratch that bead blasting, it'll just actually make it go more with the dial. So, and then if you want to darken it a little bit, some gun oil will darken it down. But then you're going to have a little bit of gun oil on your wrist, so it's pretty tough to actually get it off. But that is gun oil is your friend with bead blasting. So that's your build, sir. I appreciate you a ton. I hope you love it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.